Class 9, Chapter 1, Number Systems, Module 2. Objectives: irrational numbers and locate a root 2 and a root 3 on the number line. Now listen carefully, students. Last class we have studied different type of numbers, that is up to rational numbers. What do you mean by rational numbers? Yes, numbers which can be written in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. Examples which are there? 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 5, etc. Okay. Now listen carefully. We have studied how to insert rational numbers in between two given numbers. That also we have studied. Now some other type of numbers, that is what? Irrational numbers. So numbers which cannot be written in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. Here examples listen. Root 2, root 3, root 15, pi value 0.10110, 1110, 1110, etc. That etc. is important. At last we come to the point that a collection of rational and irrational numbers are called real numbers, which is denoted by R. Therefore, a real number is either rational or irrational. So we can say that a very real number is represented by a unique point on the number line. Okay, so listen carefully. A collection of rational and irrational numbers are called what? Real numbers. And we know how to write, insert rational numbers on a number line. So listen carefully here. Locate root 2 on the number line. So root 2 is what? Irrational numbers. Now for that you need to take a scale, pencil, etc. So listen carefully this. First you need to draw a number line. Middle portion, origin marked as 0. Here the letter C. After that right side 1 unit. You can take 1 centimeter or 2 centimeter. 1 unit distance. Mark the point B. Then same as the left side also -1 is there. Okay. After that we need to draw AB perpendicular to the number line. That is also same 1 unit. Then after that join O to A. Now we get one right angle triangle ABC. Now we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. That is hypotenuse square is equal to what? Base square plus height square. So hypotenuse is equal to square root of base square plus height square. Hypotenuse is equal to, here what is base? 1 unit. Same as height also, perpendicular height BAB 1 unit itself. Square root of 1 square plus 1 square is equal to what? Root 2. Now listen carefully. We need to locate a root 2 on the number line. For that, OA is equal to what now? A root 2. So take that radius. Keep the needle end at the origin O. After that, take the radius OA. Mark the take the radius OA. After that, draw one arc. Keep the needle end at the point O and draw the arc. That arc touches the number line at the point P. Listen carefully the third figure. That point P is what? Root. Okay, OA is root 2. Take that radius. Keep the needle end at the point O. After that, draw that arc. That arc touches that number line at the fixed point. That point represents what? Root 2 value. Okay, clear students? So point B is the point of root 2. Now same as we need to draw what? Root 3 or locate root 3 on the number line. So to locate root 3 on the number line, first we need to locate root 2 on the number line. So listen carefully. We locate that root 2 on the number line. Arrow mark is there. After that, we need to draw AE perpendicular to OA. Do you know how to draw that perpendicular line? You can use protractor or otherwise keep that scale which touches that number, the line OA, and draw the perpendicular line AE. Now after that we need to join O to E. Next figure, listen. After that, listen carefully, this triangle. So listen, the triangle using the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus the height square. So root 2, one side is what? Root 2, other side is what? 1. Which figure? This top figure. Okay. After that, next when we join this, what we get? Listen carefully using Pythagoras property. Hypotenuse is equal to root of 1 square plus root 2 the whole square. So hypotenuse is equal to square root of 1 plus 2. Root 2 square is what? 2 itself. Add it, that is what? Root 3. So to locate root 3 on the number line, first we need to locate root 2 on the number line. Clear, students? Now the next, some simple question. State whether the following statements are true or false. Justify your answer. First question, every irrational number is a real number. What is the answer? Yes, true. Since collection of rational and irrational numbers are what? Are real numbers. Second, every point on the number line is of the form root m, where m is a natural number. So second what? False. No negative number can be the square root of any natural number. Okay, if it is what? A root 4. Is it possible? Not negative number. Can you find out a minus square root of minus 4? No. Okay. Now listen carefully. Every real number is an irrational number. Third one, every real number is an irrational number. So real number consists of what? Rational and irrational. So here what is that? Every real number is an irrational number. That is not possible. So false. For example, 2 is real but not irrational. Now the next one question, listen. Are the square root of all positive integers irrational? If not, give an example of a square root of a number that is rational. So are the square root of all the positive integers irrational? That is a question. No. For example, root 4 is equal to 2 is a rational number. It is not what? Irrational. Okay. Now the next some points only. Okay. Real numbers and their decimal expansion. So our module is up to this portion, but time is there, so I am taking this one also. Real numbers and the decimal expansion. So a real number system consists of rational and irrational numbers. So first one, listen, find the decimal expansion of all these numbers. You need to divide it and find out the decimal expansion. So some numbers are given. So the divisions are given. You need to divide it, find out the quotient and also the reminders. Listen, the remainder first case. All the remainders, when you 3 into 3 is equal to what? 9. When you subtract 10 minus 9, 1. After that we put 10, 0. Then all the remainders are what? 1. Okay. Then second one, the remainder is what? 6, 4, 0. At last it becomes 0. Now the third case, the reminders 3, 2, 6, 4, 5, 1. Now 3, 2, 6, 4, 5, 1, that repeating. Then listen carefully, all that divisors. First case, the reminders 1, 1, 1, divisor 3. Remainder 6, 4, 0, divisor 8. Remainder 3, 2, 6, 4, 5, 1, the divisor becomes 7. From the above, we notice the points that the remainders either become 0 after a certain stage or start repeating themselves. Second case, what? The number of entries in the repeating string of a remainder is less than the divisor. That is example, in 10 by 3, one number repeats itself. Which one is the number? 0.333 number is repeating. And the divisor is what? In that case, divisor is 3. In one, sorry, the number remainder is repeating which one? 1, 1, 1, etc. And the second case, 1 by 7, there are 6 entries are repeating, that is 3, 2, 6, 4, 5, 5 reminders. It is what? Repeating, and the divisor is 7. Okay, so all the cases the reminders are less than which one? Divisor. Now if the reminders repeat, then we get a repeating block of digits in the quotient. For 10 by 3, 3 repeats in the quotient, and for 1 by 7, we get the repeating block 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7 in the quotient. Okay. Now listen carefully the case 1 from this. The remainder becomes 0. The example of 7 by 8. We find that the remainder becomes 0 after some place steps. And the decimal expansion 7 by 8 is equal to 0.875. Other examples are 1 by 2, 639 by 250, etc. When you divide all these, the division stop after some places of decimal. In all these cases, the decimal expansion terminates, stops, or ends after a finite number of steps. We call the decimal expansion of such numbers terminating. So, the first example, some rational numbers are given. First type of rational number is what? Terminating rational number. Examples 1 by 2, 7 by 8, etc. Second case is what? The remainder never becomes 0. In the examples of 10 by 3 and 1 by 7, we notice that the remainder repeats after a certain stage, forcing the decimal expansion to go on forever. In other words, we have a repeating block of digits in the quotient. We say that this expansion is non-terminating, recurring, or repeating. Another word is repeating, recurring. For example, 10 by 3 is equal to 3.333, etc. And 1 by 7 is equal to 0.142857, etc. The usual way of showing that 3 repeats in the quotient of 10 by 3 is to write it as 3.3 bar. Okay, so it is what? Non-terminating, repeating. Now some TMLA questions. Locate root 5 on the number line. Second, write the following in decimal form and say what kind of a decimal expansion each has. That is it terminating or not terminating, repeating decimal expansion. Okay, students. Okay, thank you.